वक्रतुण्ड महाकाय सूर्यकोटि समप्रभा निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha, Shri Matre Namaha. Namaste everyone. In today's session, we are going to review the Nama Nava Vidruma Bimba Sri Nyakkari Radhana Chada. This is one Nama. We are worshipping the Namas in Ambal's Vagbhava Kootam. It is the divine head with the Mukham. When a farm comes out of the Chitagni Kundam, all the Devatas first worship the divine Mukham or the head of the Sri Lalitambika. So first they darshan Ambal's hair adorned with fragrant flowers. We worship that Nama as Nava Champaka Shoka Punnaka Shokantika Lasat Kacha. Then on top of the hair there was a divine crown, the Kotiram, studded with the entire Surya Mandalam. That Nama was Kuruvinda Manisheni Kanat Kotira Mandita. The 12 Adityas, the others Adityas itself was studded in that very divine Kotiram. Then adjacent to the crown, we darshan the divine forehead as Ashtami Chandra Vipraja Talikastala Shobhita. And in the forehead, we did the darshan of the Kasturi Tilaka. We worship that Nama as Mukachandra Kalankapa Mrganabi Viseshaka. Then in the forehead, as part of the Mukam, we worship the divine Chillika, the eyebrows of Ambika. Vadanasmara Mangalya Grihatorana Chillika. Next to the eyebrows were the divine eyes. We worship that Nama as Vaktra Lakshmi Parivaha Chalan Meena Balochana. Then next to the eyes was the Nasa Dandam, the divine nose, which determines our very survival. We worship that Nama as Navachampaka Pushpapa Nasa Danta Virajita. Then in the nose, Ambal adorned very beautiful Nasa Bharanas, the nose ornaments that exceeded the Kanti of all the Taras in the sky. So that Nama was Tara Kanti Tiraskari Nasa Varana Basura. Then Vasinyadi Vak Devatas described the ears. So we described the top of the ear and what's in the bottom of the ear. So at the top of the ears, behind the back, behind the ears and the hair, so that part, Ambal adorns herself with bunches of Kadamba flowers as Alankaram. Kadamba Manjari Klipta Karnapura Manohara. And then at the bottom of the ears, she has adorned herself with very divine Dhatankas. The Surya Mandalam on one side and Chandra Mandalam on other side. Tapanam and Udupam. The entire Surya Mandala and Chandra Mandala, we worship that Nama as Tatanka Yugali Bhuta Tapana Udupa Mandala. Tapana Udupa Mandala. In the last Nama, between the eyes and the ears, is this area of the cheeks. We did the darshan of that. The cheeks are like so glossy and shining like a mirror. But not just white color mirror, but the cheeks are so red. So a mirror that looks like a Padmaraga red gemstone. That Nama we reviewed as Padmaraga Siladarsha Paribhavi Kapola Bhuhu, the divine cheeks. Now, after all this, Vasinyadi Vak Devatas now describe the divine lips of Sri Lalitambika. So, let's get started on that. Nava Vidruma Bimba Sri Nyakkari Radhana Chada. Let's look at the components in this Nama first. Nava. Nava means new. It's not the same word can have multiple meanings in Sanskrit. So Nava, like we say Navagraha, that determines Nava means 9. So that's not the Nava here. Nava means that's new, that's fresh, that's just now born. That's Nava. Nava Vidruma. Vidruma is coral, also called as Pavaram, right? Red Vidruma is something that is red in color, corals, gemstone, newly grown. So Vasinyadi Vak Devatas says Nava Vidruma. That means newly grown, newly formed coral, right? That's what it means. Nava Vidruma Bimba. Bimba means Bimba fruit. It's also called as Kovai Param, Bimba fruit, Donda Pandu. It's also very red in color. So that's also the next object that's used to denote the red color. So Nava Vidruma, the coral, newly born coral, and the Bimba, the Donda Pandu, the Kovai Param. They are used as upamanams to say, oh, can I use these to compare with Amba? So Amba's lips, especially the lips. So Nava Vidruma Bimba, and then the divine term Shri. Shri means that which is auspicious. That which is Shobhanam, that which gives Paramamangalam. That's why the term Shri is used here. Nyakkari. Nyakkari means something is to bringing down, to degrade the color of these coral and bimba. It can, these two color of coral and bimba can't stand a chance before something. And what is that? That's what Nyakkari means. It means the color of these coral are not able to have even a slightest match to what? To Radhana. Radhana here means Ambal's lips. Ambal's lips are so bright, beautiful, shining, lustrous lips that these Nava Vidruma and Bimba can't stand a chance before Ambal's lips. So, after Radhana, Vasinyadi Vak Devatas also say Radhanachada. Chada means to cover. The lips are concealing something. It means the lips are covered, the lips are closed. Why? What is it concealing? It is closed, so we can't see what's inside the lips. What is usually inside the lips? The divine teeth. That's coming later. So, the very beautifully Vasinadi Vagdevada say Radhana Chada. That means the lips are like when you see the Mukam and do the darshan, the first thing that comes to your mind is these red, glassy, lustrous, shining lips that cannot be compared to anything else. So that's the um, uh, concept conveyed in this nama. Uh, so here, Vasinyadi Vagdevatas use Radhanachada. In some Pata Beda, the Radhanachada is also called as Dasanachada. So it's based on the Guru Parampara. This can say Nava Vidruma Bimbashi Nyakkari Radhanachada or Nava Vidruma Bimbashi Nyakkari Dasanachada, but both formats are correct and both convey the same meaning. Now, the intent is Ambal's lips are naturally so red that the redness of coral and bimba fruit humble themselves before her Soundaryam. And when Vasinyadi Vak Devatas darshan Ambal, such divine lips gives the first darshan to her, to them. So in this context, when we worship the lips of Ambal, we must not bring just another Sri Rupa Varnana in front of us, right? So when we think of lips, oh, why are they going in detail to describe the lips, right? Of a Sri. So that is not the way we should worship this. We should worship this Nama very, very specially. We must internalize that. The who are we worshipping now? We are worshipping the Divine Mother's form, right? So that Matru Bhavam is the Bhavam that we have to have. We are worshipping the Adhara Sthanam of the Divine Mother. She is the Jagat Janani. So we cannot just compare it to another Sri Rupa Varnana. This is a Devata Varnana, Mantra Rupa. Ambal's form is fully mantramayam, right? So this is mantra rupa varnana, devata varnana. That is the bhavana for worship and upasana of this namas. And when we say lips, there are two parts to it. There is an upper lip and then there is a lower lip. The upper lip is called oshtam and the lower lip is generally called adharam. Since there are two colored objects here, red colored objects that are specified in this nama. Nava Vidruma Bimbashi, right? Nava Vidruma, the newly grown coral, and the Bimba fruit. We can infer that Nava Vidruma means it is used to refer to the upper lips, and Bimba fruit is meant to denote the lower lips. So that's the common approach that is used in this nama. And it is also common to state that instead of only saying Oshtam for the upper lip, it is generally said the lips are Oshtam. When we say Oshtam, it generally refers to both the lips. Same thing, we can also say it's Adharam. We are going to say the Varnana of Adhara Soundaryam. That means it's both the lips. But in general, Oshtam means upper lip and Adharam means lower lip. So Adhara Soundaryam of fresh, bright, lustrous red lips as stated in the Samudrika Lakshanam. Okay, so the first component, let's go component by component. The first component is Nava Vidruma. Vidruma means coral. Nava Vidruma means newly grown coral. So the coral is something that grows under the ocean. It's in the under the sea. It's in the sea, in the deep parts of the ocean. So the newly grown coral has a distinctive red color. That is why instead of just saying Vidruma, Vasinyadi Vak Devatas says Nava Vidruma, which means newly born coral. After some time, the coral kind of like loses its redness a little bit when it keeps growing up, right? So even when we wear coral, we see when we buy it, it is just like nice red color, and after some time, the coral changes color, right? So that's why instead of just saying Vidruma, Vasinyadi Vak Devatas say Nava Vidman, freshly born coral. So these corals are being compared to Ambal's red lips. So coral means pavaram. Coral is, in general, coral is found only in the ocean, and coral is considered to be the backbone of a jalajantu, like an octopus-like sea creature. That is the basis of how corals are formed. They are considered to be the backbone of a creature that stays in the ocean. So that's the background of Nava Vidruma. Let's come to the next component, Bimba. Bimba means Bimba Palam or Donda Pandu or Kovai Param, they say. They are considered to be very red in color. So they are comparing the lower lips of Amba to the Bimba fruit or the Kovai Param or the Donda Pandu. So far, Bimba is used just to denote a fruit, the Bimba fruit. But think about this. This is Vak Devatas themselves, Vasinyadi Vak Devatas. So they definitely have greater plans than just to compare Ambal's lips to a ordinary fruit, isn't it? So let's look at what that purpose is. Nava Vidruma Bimba Nyakkari Radhana Chada. So Bimba is not just as a fruit, but Bimba is used to denote the concept of Bimbam and Pratibimbam. Bimba means that which is the original source. Pratibimbam means that which is reflected, the Kanti of this original source. So Vasinyadi Vak Devatas refer to a Veda Vakyam from Bimba, which states that Bimba Palam, yeah, is it red? Yeah, this Donda Pandu is red, but it does not get the red color on its own. How does this Bimba fruit gets its red color? It requires sun's rays to ripen that, it seems. Just like that, if you see chlorophyll, because using the chlorophyll from the sun's rays, the leaves gets the green color. Similarly, the the Veda Vakyam says the Bimba fruits, they need sun's rays to ripen and get the red color. Now imagine what? The sun and the moon, they are eyes of Ambal, right? So what it means, where is this red color coming from the for the Bimba? It's not its own natural color. It gets it from the sun, and sun is under the Shakti of Ambal, right? Sun is the eye. Sun and moon are the eyes of Ambal. So where is it indirectly getting the color? It is getting the color. The original color is coming from only the Devi. Hence, Bimba's fruit red color is like it's just a fraction and fraction of the Kanti of Ambal's Maha Tejas, right? She is the original source of everything that is red. From that, this Palam has just got a pale, mere pale reflection that looks like a red color, says Vasinyadi Vak Devatas. And in that sloka, there is a very special sloka to convey the greatness of this red color of Ambal. So the sloka goes, Yanis Saumyani Shonani Shringara Rasa Panji cha Tan Yaku Shakti Padena Sampannani ti Nichaya. Nichayam, like it's a fact. What is a fact? Whenever you see the red color, Saumyani Shonani, that glowing reddish gold color, whenever you see a reddish gold color, be it the morning sun or be it a fruit like that, or be it the early morning sky, whichever you see as red color, that is saumyam, very comforting to look at, then we can surely infer nichayam, you can surely infer that it is filled with shakti amsam. So Vasinyadi Vak Devatas says this bimba did not get its color by itself. It's just a mere fraction of the original tejas of Sri Lalitambika. That's the bimbam and the pratibhimbam. Lalitambika is this original tejas, and the pratibhimbam, everything that we see ever in this universe, is just a reflection of it. So there's some more concepts on this. So the goddess has a parrot in her hand, and the 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 concept is to explain this bimba pratibimba using parrot and lips as an example. Okay, so goddess has a parrot in her hand. We all know that. The parrot obviously loves the bimba palam, the donta pandu. It's very favorite of the parrots. It wants to eat the bimba palam. Now, what is the bimba palam here? The parrot sees Ambal's bright red lips here. So parrot thinks that, oh, this is my favorite fruit. I have to go and eat that. So immediately, parrot goes and flies and goes very next to Ambal. It wants to eat, but as soon as it goes very near to the lips, it knows that, this is not the bimba, and then it goes back. Then it just waits here. It looks like this really looks like the bimba that I know. This is the bimba pala that I like. I'm going to eat. Again, it is going to go and very close to Ambal's lips, and it says to say, "Oh, is this bimba palam?" It's trying to go very close to it, and then it flies back, knowing that it is not the bimba fruit. This parrot is completely missing. So it's chasing after an ordinary bimbapala. Whereas this parrot is completely missing that Ambal's lips are more fruitful than any other fruit. Right? Ambal's lips are the original bimbam. Right? That's the original source of red, original source of everything that is sweet and lustrous. But this parrot has only knowledge of the bimba pala, that it knows that it is completely missing the original bimba. Like this parrot, we as jivas are attracted to everything that are just pratibimbas, just like that bimba fruit. We have that original bimba, but even when we have that original bimba in all the forms in the universe, we are just always only attracted because of the Maya only to that Pratibimba, the reflection. But the Parabrahmam is the one to seek, is the concept that is conveyed here. Okay, so that is, so we saw Nava Vidruma and Bimba so far. The next component is the very divine sacred term called Shri. This Nama has the term, the component Shri in it. Nava Vidruma Bimba Shri Nyakkari Radhana Chada. That Shri is the auspiciousness. So in Mooka Panchashati, Acharya Mooka celebrates the divine lips of goddess Kamakshi in Arya Shatakam, and he explains the greatness of the Upasana Palan of meditating on the divine lips of Sri Lalitambika in the Vagbhava Kootam here. That's the divine Mukam, right? In that Mukam, we have the divine lips. So it's the auspicious divine lips of goddess Kamakshi. That is why, see, whenever we say Shri, when do we use the term Shri? We use the term Shri when something that is to be described is celebrated and worshipped in its highest state. That's when the term Shri is used. Here in this Nama that worships the divine lips or the Adhara Sthanam, Vasinyadi Vak Devatas use the component Shri in it. Nava Vidruma Bimba Shri Nyakkari Radhana Chada. See, usually Shri is used to describe something in the highest state. Like, for example, we say Shri Mata, the most divine name. We say Shri Chakram. There's nothing that compares to it. It's the highest, the best form of it. Shri Vidya. There is no other Vidya that compares to it, right? So the term Shri is such a very auspicious term that is used in this Nama. So and when is it being used? It is used to describe and worship the Adharasthanam, the divine lips of Shri Kanchi Kamakshi, right? So Acharya Mooka here describes the power and upasana palan of meditating on the divine lips of Sri Lalitambika and the divine Vagbhava Kootam. So in Mooka Panchashati, Arya Shatakam, Acharya says, Kimva palati mamanyaihi bimbadara chumbi mandahasamukhi sambadakari tamasam amba jagriti manasi kamakshi. So when we meditate on the Adhara Soundaryam, Bimbadara means Bimba Adhara. Bimba means the Bimba fruit, the red color. Bimba fruit like lips. Adhara means lips. Bimba Adhara is Bimbadara. Bimbadara Chumbi. Chumbi means that red color is spread all over. So Bimbadara Chumbi, the one who has Bimbadara Chumbi, has Mandahasa Mukhi. Mandahasa Mukhi. If you see the darshan of goddess Kamakshi, that Mandahasamukhi, you can see that red lips, kind of like that. Mandahasa means that smile radiating all over the face. It feels like the entire face is lit with that smile, right? That's what Acharya worships as Mandahasa Mukhi. Bimbadara Chumbi, Ambal has divine red lips with that Mandahasa smile. Very beautiful, gentle, pleasing smile in her face. What can that do? Sambadakari tamasam. Sambadakari means completely eradicate harmful effects of tamas. So Acharya Mooka says, if we worship on the Adhara Sthanam, the divine lips of goddess Kamakshi, that completely eradicates all harmful effects of tamas. Sambadakari tamasam Amba Jagriti. When I establish Amba, your Rupam, like that, when we meditate on that divine Rupam, Amba Jagarti. Where am I establishing that Rupam? Manasi, firmly in my mind. Oh, Amba, I'm going to just look at this divine Rupam of your Vagbhava Kootam with your red color Adharam and having that Mandahasam Mukam. The face is completely lit by that red lips and the gentle, pleasing smile. It feels like the entire face is smiling. I'm going to keep this upasana in my mind. Amba Jagarti Manasi. I firmly am going to establish that in my upasana. When I do like that, Mama, Mama, Kimva palati anyaihi is asking, what is the need for me to ask anything from anyone else? Kimva palati anyaihi, when I know that I have the greatest blessings of doing upasana on your Vagbhava Kootam, especially on your Adharam, the Bimbadara Chumbi, that is very red in color. Why should I anyway go to anybody to ask anything? Because Goddess Kamakshi will bestow all the auspiciousness when we do that upasana of meditating on her lips. That is the Shri. All the auspiciousness is the Shri that is conveyed here, that which is supreme, that can bestow all auspiciousness. That is the upasana palan that is conveyed by doing meditation on this divine Vagbhava Kootam, especially on the Adharasthanam, says Acharya. Now, if you see the shloka, Kimba palati amananyehi. Why should I go and ask anybody else for anything? Because Goddess Kamakshi, you will give me all the Shri when I do the Upasana of what? Bimbadara, Bimba Adhara Chumbi. Bimbam, that's the Bimba fruit like Adharam, the red lips that is spread with red color all over. Bimbadara Chumbi, Mandahasamukhi, Sambadakari. Sambadakari tamasam amba jagrati manasi kamakshi. Acharya is telling the upasana palana of meditating on this Vagbhava Kootam, especially in the Adharasthanam. Now let's go to Soundarya Lahari, where Acharya is also describing the exact same concept. We can see how Soundarya Lahari and Lalita Sahasranama are so close to each other. Acharya says, प्रकृत्या रक्तायास्तव सुदति दन्तचतरुचे प्रवक्षे सादृश्यां जनयतु पदं विद्रुमलता न बिम्बं तद्बिम्ब प्रतिफलनरागतरुणीतां तुलामध्यारोढु कथमिव विलजेत कलया. The Sloka, it is a general custom to associate teeth with a white pearl, right? We say you have pearl-like teeth, right? Similarly, lips, the Adharasthanam, are associated with coral. That's the Vidruma, Kovai Param, Dondapandu, right? Since they're both in red in color. So Acharya says here, Pravakshe sa drishyam. Let me try to find some drishyam, sa drishyam, right? I'll try to find some comparison, Amma, to describe your Adhara Soundaryam. Just like the kid would say to mom, hey mom, I really like your sari, mom. I'm really loving your sari. Oh, it looks so beautiful, Amma. You're the best mom in the whole world. I thought, I love to see you in this sari, Amma. Like that, the Matru Bhavam here is how this sloka is given by Acharya. So when he is worshipping on the Adhara Soundaryam, he's looking at the Matrubhavam of the Vishwa Janani. So he says, Pravakshe Sadrishyam. Let me try to attempt to find some comparison to your red Adhara Soundaryam here. So, and first Acharya, looking at the mother, says, Sudati. Sudati. Sudati means one who has very good white teeth. That's how Acharya starts. Sudati. How is that teeth? That teeth, it's now covered because it is Danta Chada Ruche. The chada means that which is has a curtain that's closed. It's exactly how Vasinyadi Vak Devatas have described. See, he says Vasinyadi Vak Devatas say Radhanachada, right? Same thing here. Acharya uses the same chada here. Sudati Danta Chada. Danta, the teeth are all covered. So same thing Vasinyadi Vak Devatas says Radhanachada, right? So that was just covered. So how is the teeth? It is covered behind. Teeth is covered. Teeth is covered. So what is visible as darshan here? The visible thing is the lips, right? The divine lips. How are the lips? Prakritya rakta stavam. By Prakriti, by nature itself, Arakta means very deep red in color. Prakritya Arakta Varna. Tava Sudati Danta Chada Ruche. So, Ambal's red color lips is the original bimbam, original source of red color. Now, Acharya is going to take two things to compare to the red lips, just like Vasinyadi Vak Devatas. First, Acharya is taking Vidruma. Our Nama says Nava Vidruma Bimba Sri Nyakkari Radhana Chada. Acharya is also going to see Vidruma. Vidruma as a comparison, the coral as the comparison, the coral that is found in the deep ocean, right? So, Acharya uses a very special term. He says, Vidruma Lata. I want to compare this coral with your lips, Amma, but let it first, let it first be born as a Vidruma Lata. Now it has some red color. It's not even matching. It's not even matching 1/16th in your Kanti to compare to yours. Hmm? Let it become Vidruma Lata. So say Vidruma Lata means a creeper. In the generally the creeper has some color, and then the flowers in the fruits in that will get more color than the creeper, right? So Acharya says whenever this Vidruma, this coral, gets becomes a creeper as a tree, maybe when the flowers janayatu in that, the fruits janayatu in that, when the fruits come in that, maybe I can come back and see if it is matching. Then maybe I can use it for comparison, but not now, mom. It's not even 1/16th of the Kanti that, not even anywhere close to your Kanti. You are the best, amma. That's what Acharya says in that bhavam there. So Acharya uses Vidruma Latha, Pavara Kodi. That means a creeper of coral. When we have a creeper, and then when the coral becomes fruits in that, maybe I can compare that. Janayatu Palam Vidruma Lata. Palam is the fruit. Janayatu. Let it be born like that, like a creeper with red flowers. But we know what? We know that coral doesn't grow in the trees. Why? Because coral only grows under the ocean, right? So Acharya also knows that. He wants to explicitly state that coral can never be used as a comparison for Ambal's lips. So very beautifully he says, when the coral becomes Vidrumalata, a creeper of coral, maybe when the flowers comes, maybe that time we can try. Not now. It's not even 1/16th of the Khanti. See, if in this one, that means the lips are unmatched. That's one part, right? Just unmatched means it can never match, right? That the Kanti of this coral can never match our Ambal's lips Kanti. So that is the term in our Nama that says Nyakkari. Acharya is helping to explain that. Nyakkari means that is degraded or it can never be a match. So Acharya helps to explain this Lalita Sahasranama Nama by giving us Soundarya Lahari shlokas. Nyakkari the means the coral's red color is nothing before Ambal's Kanti. That Acharya has helped establish. Interestingly, he says not even 1/16th in Kanti. That's the bhava misused. Why not say 100th or 1000th or 1 in a million? Why would Acharya say 1/16th in Kanti? That's because 16 is meant to imply 16 teeth. And what are we now? If you see, Acharya helps us to understand that this is not just any ordinary lips. This is the Vak Sthanam. This is where words come out, right? This is the not just our Vaksthanam. This is the divine's Vaksthanam. Sri Lalita Maha Tripura Sundari's Vaksthanam. That's why he says that Kanti, no other object can match that Kanti of like 1/16th means the teeth that brings out the Vak, right? So certain when both lips are pressed, and we are talking about lips, when both lips are pressed closed to produce, they produce certain sounds. When to utter certain words, you have to close the lips. Radhanachada. Chada means close, like a curtain, right? The lips are closed, so you could utter some mantras like that. So doing upasana on Devi's Adhara is is very special in Vagbhava Kootam because it is Vaksthanam. That's the first thing. Pressing the lips together, Radhanachada, chada to close as a curtain, it means that you're pressing both the lips, that it is pressing on the bottom of the lips, and certain mantras are related to that. That is Guru Muhescha Vedyam, the actual mantras that is conveyed behind the sloka that can be learnt only from a guru. But that is the intent conveyed here. We can understand that. Also, because it says 16th as the total, upasana of Ambal's Vaksthanam, the divine lips here, is believed to bestow 16 different wells. Like they say Padinarum petru peruvalvu varga. That's a saying in Tamil like that. It means like you get the 16 best things that is ever there. The best of fame, the best of education, the best of health, the best of santanam, the best of good fortune. May you be blessed with everything that's out there. That's the 16 most precious things that are needed for a jiva. May you be blessed with that. That is the blessings that Acharya is giving to us by worshipping on this divine Vaksthanam that is meant to imply the divine teeth here. So that is the first comparison using a Vidruma Lata. The next comparison, Acharya says, maybe I'll try one more comparison, Amma. So first he tried a Vidruma Lata. He has established that Vidruma Lata is no comparison to Ambal's Vaksthanam here. Then Acharya is going to use Bimba Pala, just like in our Nama. He says the Bimba fruit. Acharya says, do you know why that Bimba fruit got its name as Bimba? Do you know how? Do you even know why that Bimba is called as Bimba fruit? Bimba means that which reflects, right? That which reflects the red color. And where does the Bimba get that red color? Red color is got from Ambal's lips, right? So Acharya says, Na bimbam tad bimbam pratipalana raga tarunitam. That na bimbam tad bimba. Before your bimba, that rest cannot even come like that. Bimba means here reflection, right, from a mirror. The bimba palam cannot be used for comparison at all, because that fruit bimba, as we saw earlier, it got its reflection, it was able to get ripe because of sun's rays, and sun is Ambal's kanti, right? So it's just nabimbam tvad bimbam pratipalam, it's just reflecting, just a pale reflection. That's all it has. Amba, you are the original Kanti, Amba. Acharya says, nothing can come to your Aruna Kanti. You are the original Bimba, the Moola Bimba. You have the unmatched Bimba. You are the one that's unmatched. Everything is just your reflection. Remember, we saw the same concept in the last Nama also. This is building on that, right? When goddess Andal saw herself in the mirror, instead of seeing herself, she saw Lord in the mirror, because Lord is the original bimbam, and everything that we see is a reflection of him. So instead of seeing herself, she saw the Lord in the mirror, right? That is the concept of bimba and pratibimba that we saw in the last session. That's the same concept here. Original bimba is only Sri Lalitambika. She is the moola bimbam, and we are just a reflection. Now, this Bimba Palam, the Kovai Palam or the Dondapandu, is now waiting to see if Acharya would use its red color to compare Ambal's lips. So, Ambal is nicely seated in the Simhasanam, the divine throne. The Bimba flower, now, it wants to, it just tries to jump up to see if it can get some kanti from Ambal. So Acharya uses a very, very beautiful term called Adhyarodam. Adhyarodam means leaps beyond its capacity. From here, it can't just jump all the way there to get the kanti. It wants the kanti. So Adhyarodam. So Acharya says, Tula Madhyarodam Katamiva Vila Jeta Kalaya. Tula Madhyarodam. Adhyarodam means it's just going to try and jump and leap and see this. Can I get this kanti? And it tries to jump beyond its capacity, it seems, Adhyarodam. And then it realizes, no chance I can go and match Ambal's Kanti. Can I get something from Ambal? Yeah, very little, but I can no longer even be, I cannot compare myself with Ambal. That's beyond my reach. That's why Acharya uses the word Adhyarodam. Now, this Bimba fruit is feeling very shy, it seems. Lajja. Lajja means very shy, that it even thought that it could be an object concept of comparison to Ambal. So it falls down feeling shy at the very suggestion that it should stand such a comparison to the Divine Mother herself. So when it feels shy, in that shyness, Acharya says it gets some red color again. Mhm. So Bimba fruit wants red color. It is trying hard beyond its capacity to jump Adhyarodam, but it didn't realize, oh, where is Ambal and where I am? She is the divine mother of everybody, the original Bimba source. I am just a fruit here. What am I even trying to compare? So it feels very shy that it even attempted to compare itself. And then in that shyness, it gets some red color, says Acharya. So three times this bimba flower, the fruit has got redness. Originally, bimba got some red color. It has the red color. Then, when it reflected the bimba from Ambal based on the sun's rays and got ripened, it got a little bit more red. Now, the third time, it is feeling the laja or the shyness that it even ever attempted. In that shyness, its color, like just like the cheeks would become red, its color became some more red. So, even after getting three attempts of redness, Acharya says, Na bimbam tad bimba pratipalana ragad arunitam. Na bimbam tad bimbam. No matter how much it tries, Amba, no way this bimba flower is going to get the same color as you. So Acharya says, I bow down to your Kanti from that naturally red color. Prakritya arakta stava sudati danta chada ruche. You are the original Kanti Amba. So that's the term that Vasinyadi Vak Devatas describe as Nyakkari Radhana Chada. Nyakkari means the coral in the earlier one, and now the Bimba fruit humble themselves before the Kanti of Ambal. So that's the term that is described as Nyakkari. So we must remind ourselves that these objects like the Vidruma, the coral, and the Bimba fruit, the Bimba palam, they are not just selected because they are red in color. Nyakkari denotes that the Bimba fruit feels shy, comparing its redness to the original Bimba Kanti of Ambal. This concept of shyness is called Lajja. It's used in connecting with the mantras behind it. That's the reason for the usage of words like Bimba and Vidruma and comparing it to Ambal's Radhanam, which is the lips, and saying Nyakkari. So Acharya uses the same concept of that lajja here in Saundarya Lahari also, when in that same shloka where he says, Tulamadhya rodum katamiva vilajeta kalaya. Vilajeta, lajja. See, we can see that lajja there. Lajja means that shyness. The term lajja is used to denote the mantras behind that, and that is the reason for using that usage. And both in this nama as well as the concept conveyed in Saundarya Lahari, because this is the Vak Sthanam, Vak related Bija mantras are secretly packed inside this nama. Again, those are all Guru Mahesha Vedyam, only to be learned from Guru. But this is not just another lips. This is the divine Vak Sthanam where the Vak Bija mantras are placed in the shloka. And wherever we see certain form of sounds being produced in the terms. For example, this one says Nyakkari Radhana Chada. In the previous nama we saw Paribhavi Kapolabuhu, and one more previous namas we saw Tarakanti Tiraskari. So Nyakkari, Paribhavi, Tiraskari, all they all end with you can hear how it ends, right? Nyakkari, Paribhavi, Tiraskari. When they all end, they have the very same sounding shabdas which are meant to be bija mantras related to that, and that's the reason for using um, certain aspects of these components. So, so we had the very powerful worship of the Adhara Soundaryam, the divine lips that appears with great tejas of red color, Vagbhava Kootam. And let's all pray that Vaksthanam of Sri Lalita Mahatrupasundari bestow all the auspiciousness to all of us. So that is this Nama, Nava Vidruma Bimba Shri Nyakkari Radhana Chada. As next steps with Acharya's blessings, let's review the next Nama in Sri Lalita Sahasranama. May Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. May everyone in this whole world be very, very happy. Thank you so much, everyone.